Hello everyone and welcome to this Adobe Illustrator video. Today we are going to be talking about multiple tools, including the tools over here where we have the free transform tool, puppet wrap tool, and then Twirl Tool, Pucker Tool, Bloat Tool, Scallop Tool, Crystallize Tool, Wrinkle Tool. Okay, so let's start. First we'll go ahead and learn about the free transformation tool. And here you can see that the shortcut over here is E. Okay, let's bring this part out. Now let's first make a shape, for example a rectangle, and after that we will say that I want to use the free transformation tool on it. So I want to increase the stroke a bit so that you can see it. There you go. Alright. Now, after I select the free transformation tool, you can see that I have another pop-up dialog box where here it says constrain, free transform, perspective distort, and free distort. I'll be going through these three tools in details. Alright, so first is free transform. It works the same way as the selective tool or the direct selection tool. You can select either side of your rectangle and you can change its shape. Okay, after that we have the perspective distort tool. So when I select this, you can see that after I go to a corner, it's showing me the distort icon. So when I select this anchor point and pull it, you can see that we can distort it we can distort it by either enlarging. When you see that I click on this anchor and pull it up or down, we can either enlarge or make our shape small or large. Okay, let's select this, and now you can see that my rectangle has been distorted, and we can change any part of the rectangle that we want. As you can see, it helps us in distorting the image or the shape of our rectangle in a perfect manner. Now let's bring it back to the same shape, right? Okay, after that we have the free distort tool, where in this tool it allows us to perpendicularly change the distance at the same measurement. But here in the free distort, we can just select this and you can see that it works as the direct selection tool, and we can just distort one certain anchor. Okay, so this is how it works. Basically it's just like the direct selection tool. We can use it to change the shape of our rectangle. Okay, let's go back. So this is what the free distort tool does, and if you put on constraint and use this, you can see that doesn't give us that much options, but there you go. That's what happens when you use constraint. And constraint only works for the free transform, whereas if I select these two, it will not work for this, but it will work for the free distort. Okay, all right, that is all you need to know about the free transform tool. So let's go forward and learn about the puppet wrap tool. Okay, let's select this. Now what the puppet wrap tool does is basically it helps us to change the shape of our object. So say I have the puppet wrap tool selected and I want to change this part of my shape. So if I move it here, it works as well. If I move it there, basically it helps us to change the way our image or object is displayed to us. Okay, now say I want the shape to be a bit flimsy. For that I can just do this, and say I want to create another point over here. I can just click over here and there you go, there's another point. And after that, let me create another point over here. See, my image is now acting like a piece of paper on canvas. There you go. So that is how you use the puppet wrap tool mostly. And you can notice that over here, when I go to the circle area, there's a rotating option where you can use it to rotate your image. Now let's say I want to rotate it up to this much to help me. Let me select this. See, it helps us rotate the image. Now you can't obviously see what's actually going on between these layers, so what I will do is I will take a vector image and show it to you how this rotation works, and how also we can use these points to change the way our shape is displayed to us. Here you can see that we have a photo of a person. Okay, let's select it, bring it to the right. Now over here you can see he's holding up a light bulb with his finger somehow. Now let's use the puppet tool, puppet wrap tool, and over here say I want to make his shoulders more broader, so I just select this part, click on it, make it like that, select this part, click on it, make it like that. There you go, he looks a bit broader. Now let's say I want to make his foot a bit larger. You can just select here, and there you go, I have officially made his foot larger. And let me distort it to this one. Now let me just click outside. Now you can see that this is how our image looks after the distortion. You can try many fun things using this. Now let's say I want to make his nose a bit bigger. Why not? It doesn't work pretty well for his nose, but his whole face becomes distorted. As you can see, this is what it will look like. Let's just go back and see how it looks. There you go. This is what it looks like. Okay, so that is how you basically use our puppet wrap tool. Okay, now let's move forward to the next few tools. The twirl tool. Okay, so let's select the twirl tool. The twirl tool basically, it helps us to twirl our image or object. Say I want to twirl his ear over here, I just select it. Oh, his whole face is now twirled. Okay, let's go back, and if I select this middle part, you can see that his whole stomach's twirled, his foot. So you can understand what it does, right? So this is how you basically use the twirl tool. Okay, after that we have the pucker tool. What this tool basically does is it puckers your image. So say I want to pull this part over here, or pull his shoulders over this side. See, it's pulling it towards it. There you go. And then let's say I want to pull this light bulb down here. Yes, it's like a black hole, but you're using this in our Adobe Illustrator. So I just click and hold, you can see all of the parts just moving towards it, and now it's puckering it. You can use this to create different styles of design or anything you want. There you go. Okay, so that was our pucker tool. After that we have our bloat tool. What the bloat tool does is basically self-explanatory. It will bloat the... Next we have the bloat tool. So the work of this tool is self-explanatory. It will bloat any areas around this circle over here. Okay, so let's say I want to bloat it over here and move his hand that side. So I just click on this, and you can see that the bloat tool is helping me to really move his hand that side. Okay, or if I use it on a shape like this, you can see that the bloat tool will just move our borders of the rectangle to a specific shape that we want. There you go. This is how the bloat tool basically works, as you can see. Alright, so after that we have the scallop tool. Let's select the scallop tool, and what this will do is basically makes spikes or small scallops on your image. As you can see over here, our person, or the person in the image, is basically forming scallops around this region wherever I click. So let me delete this to show you what happens if I use it on a shape. Okay, now let's say I use the scallop tool over here. There you can see it's forming small scallops on the sides of our rectangle. This is how the Scallop tool works. You can use it to create many different designs. Okay. After that, we have the Crystallize tool. Now what the Crystallize tool does is basically it will form small spikes, basically crystallize our image. So if I use it on this image over here, you will see that it's forming crystallized particles, but this time it's into our image instead of away from our image. Now if I use this on a shape instead of our object right here, you can see that it is increasing the visualization of our image. Let's go back here and see what effect it has on our shape. As you can see, this is what it does. Alright, then we have the Wrinkle tool. The Wrinkle tool's work is self-explanatory. It will just form wrinkles on our object or shape or even our image. So let's use it over here. Wrinkle tools basically work on flat horizontal surfaces rather than vertical ones. Okay, now let's use it on our image over here to see what effect it has. There you go. Our image is basically distorted because of the Wrinkle tool, but you get how it works, right? Let's use it on this. There you go. On his hand, on his legs, on his shoulders, on his face. Now you get the idea of how the Wrinkle tool basically works. So that is all for this video. I hope you have understood how to use these tools. You can use them in many ways in order to create many designs, etc. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.